Hello, welcome back to the channel. So I won't lie, I was a little discouraged when some of the stuff I planned to do would not work for right now, and that's okay. So today I'm actually going to continue doing the soffits because even though it's not tight, it will still act as a slight deterrent and hopefully keep things from trying to crawl in. So I'll be putting the soffit covers up from the inside. And even if it's a waste of time, like I said, I have a lot of material, so uh, I'll just cover it up for right now, and whatever's left I'll use for a later project or whatnot, because I'll still need it for like the bonus room whenever I get to doing that, because it'll also need soffits, I believe. So yeah, I want the roof to be able to breathe, so I'll need to get those going. And also, we'll be going outside today because my mom did give me something from the main homestead, and I do plan on putting up some, well, planting some lemongrass, and that will help keep a lot of things away because at the main homestead by the medicine cabinet garden, we have lemongrass sitting there, and nothing wants to be over there. So I'm pretty confident that that'll help deter some of the pests in my area, at least around the tiny house for me. But I'll need to get that down today because I forgot it yesterday. But that's all I have planned for today for right now. And then hopefully next week I can probably get some replacement weather stripping for the door because I do need to replace that. And I might do some window shopping for some cabinets, but we'll have to see. Like I said, I'm only buying like two cabinets and whatnot for the kitchen space so that I can customize them to fit what I need. So uh, I'll probably get into more details later, but the cabinets I need to customize really are the one for the oven, and I plan on buying like a sink style cabinet, cutting the face just right so that I can insert the oven and that be already done. And also, I need to sort of build a cabinet for my microwave because I do have a microwave, but it's like countertop style, and I want to do like an under cabinet microwave type deal. I'll show you guys a better idea of what I mean at a later date, of course. But I do plan on doing something kind of fancy with my microwave, so it'll be under the countertop, so it's not on top of the countertop. Uh, for the oven stove area, I do plan on getting a range, so um, that'll be an interesting process. But we'll have to see about all of those projects in the hopefully near future, because all of that kind of depends on if I get the roof raised and how I'm going to go about framing that out. So yeah, but I'm only getting the soffits in the living room space and the bathroom back here, and maybe along this wall by the stairs if I can, because I'll have to move some stuff around if I do. And I might move some stuff around anyways because one of my boxes looks like it's caving in, and I might put some more stuff in it so it caves in less. It wasn't filled all the way to the top, so I'm not really surprised, but the stuff I put on top of it is probably my plates, and my plates are heavy. Um, so yeah, I think that's it. And I think I do have a little bit of dirt I can put down for the lemongrass so I don't just put it in the hard dirt right away. And I think I put that stuff by the door. And I might even put down some of the little landscape fencing that I got from my mom a while ago and see how that looks. So a little bit of work in the front garden. I'll probably try to put them sparsely. So like, because I know how big lemongrass gets, and it gets pretty goddamn tall, so I'll have to cut it back anyways, otherwise it'll block up that window. If I want to keep that window there anyways, but it'll probably block up that window. So I'm gonna need to move the lemongrass in a way that I can still have other plants there, because I do have other plants that I want to put up in the front to accentuate the golf garden idea I'm going for. And I'll have to see about that. But I am pretty excited to have some lemongrass, and I actually have something up there because I've been trying to think of something to put up in the front for a long time. So, yeah, I think I'll actually start outside and then come back in and try to finish up some of these soffits. I don't think I'm gonna get those done today, but it's worth a shot. So let's head outside. Alrighty, I did kind of lie about having extra dirt. I think I used that for uh, smaller gardening up at the main homestead, and that's okay. So she looks a little rough, but that's okay. I'm gonna try and pretty much dig a little trench, or at least a little hole for each piece of lemongrass, and laying down. So these are all the lemongrass I have. I have a few pieces in here, so I'm gonna lay them out. Hopefully they haven't drowned in here. Yeah. I have quite a few pieces of lemongrass. And the good thing is they don't need it ridiculously wet to make it. They just need to be in the ground. So if I'm smart about this, I might have some for the back, but we'll see. I might have a few pieces for the back, so I'm gonna look through and see how many pieces I actually have, and I'll probably save two for the back, so I have two I can put in the back. I probably have enough anyways. And then I'm gonna dig a little hole. I'm gonna use some of this water, and I have water in the back of my car that I'm gonna put on it, and maybe a little bit of plant food. I don't know if they'll need it, but this soil is kind of sandy, so we'll have to see. I think they'll make it because I've seen them growing worse. So, whew, let's go for it. Let me actually get some from inside. I'll have to find the plant food later. Anyways. That's one. Okay. I'm actually very confident that the lemongrass is going to do well, because from where I put the cardboard down, it's very nice dirt. Like, it's very black, rich looking dirt. It's not too hard. It might hold a little bit of water, and that's okay because they don't need a lot of water, but they do fine in it, so they won't like drown out. I'll keep an eye on them every now and then when I come out here, but I'm pretty confident that I'm going to have some pretty nice looking lemongrass up here. Um, I will probably come back with some mulch, uh, potentially. Some mulch and some landscaping tarp or whatever it's called, and put that around them the best I can, because I'm putting them down today. They got to go down. And then after that, fencing, not fencing, but doing the little fence guide thing around it. I got to figure out exactly where, because it's going to be like right next to my steps. But I think it'll look good, so let's keep it going. And I think I have a good bit in here for the back, so I'll probably take some to the back as well to see how that looks. Okay. Yeah, but no, I have a lot of lemongrass left over, so let me put these ones down, and then I'll move to the back. And then we'll move on to the soffits, depending on how much time I have. I don't know how this clip's going to turn out. The battery died in that last clip, but it'll be all right. So I think I just about got all the lemongrass that I want up here down. I'm going to try... I got one more piece to put down. I'm probably going to see if I can't put some around the porch up here. I'm thinking about it, but I'm also worried about like potentially running it over. The gnats are gnatting right now. Christ. All right. It's a big ant. I hope it's not a termite. Anyways, got all the grass I wanted to get down here except for that one back there. I'm going to put that down real quick, and then I'm going to actually look in the back and see if I can't put some down in the back. Looking at the sky and the time, I think I have about another hour here or so. I can't stay out too long because with it being the fall time, the sun is going down sooner. So that means it gets dark sooner, and I can't be out here when it gets too dark or too late. So I'm going to try and knock out what I can real quick. I'm going to pour some water on these up here, and then I'll take the remainders and put them down in the back. So let me move them back there now. Putting those down will help keep certain things away, because nothing seems to like to be around the lemongrass, which is great for me. And if I can get it down now in this fall time, then that'll work. And like I said, I have more water inside. So I'm probably gonna, I don't want to put any right here where the camera is, because I plan on building steps off of the porch right there. So that'll just have to stay blank. But I will put some down in the back and see how that looks. So let's go to the back. All right. So we are here in the back, and I have a decent clump of lemongrass to put down. So I'm actually thinking of still trying to do it along the driveway. I don't know how you can see me. I plan on doing it along the driveway right here, at least a couple pieces. So right there and right there. I don't want too much right here, because I plan on putting a gate right here, and I don't want it to bunch up around the gate. But I am thinking of going along with this tree right here. Jesus. So going along this tree right here to kind of line out where the fence is going to be, and also I'll have it already back here by the fence, because I plan on making this small area a small sitting area, maybe even stretching it a bit further back, but just making a small sitting area around here, and having the lemongrass will help keep things away. So let's do that real quick, and then we'll get to the soffits, hopefully. It should be easier back here, since my mom basically said I have to trench it out, basically, and you can just kind of lay lemongrass wherever and it'll be fine. So I'm going to pull it out a little further than where I plan on putting the gate. That's whatever. And I'm not too worried about it growing back here, because like I said, lemongrass seems to grow anywhere, so it doesn't really need a lot of sun. It might not get as big back here because not as much sun gets back here, and that's okay. I'm not complaining either way. Jesus, won't let me go. Okay. I have to be careful with the smaller pieces because they're a little harder to see. I look like two. And I don't mind them being a little thick back here because they'll kind of act like a barrier into the classy cat garden, which I kind of want. And I'll save this last clump for further up front. Hello. Okay. Whew. All right. Gonna water these in. The trowel is not made for digging in this harder dirt, so I'm not surprised that it bent. But lemongrass is laid. Let me get another thing of water. All right. I try to keep an extra jug of water in the back of my car in case I need to do stuff like water plants. Alrighty. The mosquitoes are trying to get at me today because it's just hot enough for them to come back. But lemongrass is laid out. I'm going to lay out one more because I didn't put that one down yet. And then we will be inside working on the soffits for a little bit. I don't know if I'll get them done today, like I said, but I'll at least make some progress towards getting them done. So let me knock out this last lemongrass and then we'll be heading back inside. Alrighty, so we are back inside the tiny house. I showed you guys yesterday me putting up some of the soffit material up here. So I'm going to try and finish the other 3 up right here. I'm going to move my chairs out of the way temporarily so that they're not in the way. And then go from there. I think I can get these last 3 up. I don't know if I'll be able to get, well, I'll at least be able to try and get the bathroom because, ooh, checking the time, I don't know if I have much time out here today. So I'm trying to leave here by 4. That's my plan. So let me move this stuff around so I can get at least these last 3 up, and then I'll come back to you guys. Well, we'll come back for the kitchen and bathroom in just a second, because I think the bathroom is really the trouble area because that's where I normally find bugs coming from, at least that back area direction. And I think it's only because it's hot back there, because since the tiny house faces the sun on this side, it's all hot right here. So the bathroom and stairway are the hottest spots in the house right now. So I can't blame bugs for being attracted to that area, but I don't want them in the house. So let's get it. I really should move the building material around, but I kept it up front because that seemed like the least messy spot to be at for it, all by the door. Okay, so I know that one is pretty much in, and I'm going to check it again. I'm actually going to sweep up here. Not that it's necessary, but I like to climb into this chair without my boots on, it's already a pretty much worn out chair, but I feel a little bit more cumbersome with my shoes on, so. Before I actually started working on building anything in the tiny house, the only thing I would really do is come out here and just sweep, because that was my favorite thing to do, and it still is. I still like sweeping. There's something about it just relaxing. Be able to clean up my space just a little bit. And I haven't swept up here by the quote-unquote sofa area in a hot minute. So I can't wait to be able to put stuff in. You guys probably can't see it, but I have the quote-unquote chalk outline out here, up here on the front too, for the sofa build whenever I get to that. And I think the sofa's going to have to wait, just like the stairs, for the walls to be finished, sort of, before I put in the framing for the sofa. Because the sofa, stairs, and I think just about everything shelf-wise or walk-wise or anything like that is going to be built-ins. So I need the walls pretty much up and somewhat finished before I build in the stairs and the sofa. So pretty excited about getting those done once it's done. And I think I mentioned before, but I might like at least frame out the stairs and well, frame out the sofa at least. I don't know about the stairs quite yet, because the stairs are the hardest part for me to figure out. But at least framing out the sofa so that I can technically have a sofa in here and sit it in here temporarily, and then when I go to actually screw it into the wall, I already have it done. Now, you guys probably see the tape marks on the wall, and I do plan on cutting out a section of the 2x4s here so that I can make a built-in bookshelf over, or I can insert over the sofa itself. And I gotta actually measure how big I want that, because I want it to be a somewhat decent-sized bookshelf, sort of, so that I can put like decorative stuff over the sofa or something, but also high enough that it wasn't in the way of the sofa. So that's that. Anyways, and I'm probably gonna line it with stained wood, because all the wood in here is gonna be stained black. So just a black wood shelf. I think that would look nice. There's. All right, on to the soffits. Where's my? I'm still borrowing a staple gun. I'm gonna move these to the side. I might get a box or crate to put the building supplies in, so it's not everywhere, and I can more easily move it around. I think that's the idea for next time. And I have boxes, I just forgot to bring them. Alrighty. I also have my fan going because it is just a little warm. It's not, I wouldn't say it's hot. Here, I can find. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's hot, but boy oh boy, I think it would suck a little more if I didn't have this fan going right now. So, ooh. Trying to kind of keep my hair out of my face. Alright, so I'm going to put up the other 3 soffits now that I've moved everything around, And then we'll see if I can't get the 3 in the bathroom, because I don't think I'm going to have time to move stuff around again for the stairs. So I'll probably save that for next time. Yeah. So let's get it. This one. I did the other one yesterday. Legit hoping I don't have one of those monster-sized spiders up in this um, area. I could put hammers in the corner, I think, like nails in the corner, but I feel like that might be a bit excessive, and it's a weird area to hammer slash uh, staple anyways. So I'll get it as covered as I can, and that should help. There are cobwebs all throughout up here. I'm gonna have to admit, with my arachnophobia, seeing the amount of cobwebs kind of built up in the loft area has me a little nervous, I won't lie. There we go. Okay. All right. No, this is. I think I cut one extra because one of them looked a little funky. Okay. All right. My hope is that even if it's not tight, most bugs think like flies and are too stupid to try and fly around it and go back. That's the hope anyway. It's definitely not a guarantee, but I'm hopeful. Whew. This should be the last soffit for over here. I'm going to try not to grab the janky looking one. And then we will move to the back. I think I'm making decent time. Oh yeah, just a little bit more time than I thought I had. Okay, so let me get this last one up. Hopefully there's no cobwebs in it. I don't know why I threw that down. And then we'll move to the back. Screw the cobwebs, I'm worried about an active spider web now. Okay. Just don't fall into oblivion. Okay. I could, technically, move the chair over more, but my radio system's here, and I don't want to have to move it. So, there it shall stay. Are you wider than the other two? 3? Just about. That's going to be a fun stretch. Trying to be careful of the potentiality to stick my hand. Because I really, really, really don't want to do that. Accident or on purpose. Okay. So, those are covered for the most part. I'm going to have to knock some of these cobwebs out of the, I saw what these were called, and I completely forgot. But between the studs. Okay, so those are covered, and now I gotta move to the bathroom. It is actually hotter up there, which makes sense. The heat rises, but boy. So let's move to the bathroom now, and then I think I'll have to call it a day. Alrighty, so we're gonna have to save the soffits in the bathroom for next weekend. Like I always do, I got distracted organizing, so it is what it is, but I'm just about out of time for today, so I'm gonna probably clean up a little bit more, because I think I have just enough time for that, but it's 4 o'clock now, so I'll clean up what I can, and then I'll have to head out for the day. Yeah, so next week I plan on finishing the soffits right here, and I might have time next week if I get myself up early enough to move this stuff around again and do the soffits over the stairs, which really shouldn't be too hard because I don't have to move too much stuff around. I can probably reach around these two and probably do it from the bathroom. I just have to move the toilet, which is a lot less stuff to move than these boxes to get this one right here. I won't be able to get any of them that are in the lofts or anything, like in this area up here. But I'll do the ones I can do over here on this wall. And I don't know about the kitchen area, like this whole area right here. So I'm going to have to wait until a lot of this stuff moves out of the way to do that. I might also, 'cause I forgot about it until I move stuff around, but I will probably also do the ceiling around the porch down here, just to get that out of the way, because I have seen some ants, carpenter ants, from the size of them, they don't look like normal fire ants. So I will be sealing around the base of the porch, not porch, the walls here inside the tiny house to try and prevent any bugs coming in through there. I don't know if I'll do the tops because it seems a bit overkill, but I'll at least start at the base and see how I feel about it from there. I will also probably, I'll have to see if I can, because I might ask my dad to borrow his saw and saw the pieces I need at the house, bring them back, and finish the bathroom door so that I can continue with getting the door in place and hanging it and whatnot. But that also means that next week I will have to do a lot of measuring, remeasuring, and all of that, just to make sure that these pieces fit, so I don't have to come back and cut more pieces. And hopefully everything fits. I can get the door in, and I'll have no problems on that, right? Uh, and hopefully I can also get the trim pieces, but I might wait until I get the battery and charger for my saw to do the trim pieces in the door. I don't know yet. Because I know I don't want to have to carry the whole door down to the main homestead and back just to get those pieces in. It seems a bit excessive. So I think that's all I have planned, at least for this week and next weekend. I'll have to see what I can get into. I'm very happy that I got the lemongrass down. I can't wait to see it all grown up. Like I said, I will be trying to keep a very close eye on it, but lemongrass it's kind of like its own weed, so it'll just grow like that. So I'm not too worried about it. I will try to keep it watered and everything, because I do keep water in my car. But I think that's it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Patreon if you want to. It's only $1 to access any of the polls and videos I upload. And if you guys want to check out my art, I do post art to my Patreon that's exclusive to only Patreon, which is like my comic updates and whatnot. But I also do have an art channel that I post to every Tuesday and Thursday around the same time. So if that interests you guys, then please check it out. I'm also getting into video games and whatnot. Just whatever kind of interests me at the moment, that's what's on that channel. So, and I guess it's kind of like a vlog thing. I don't know. I don't really do vlogs, but this is probably the closest I've had to a vlog. So, yeah, that's all I have for today. So until next time, see you guys.